She was one of Hollywood's brightest stars, an Academy Award winner with unforgettable performances in classics like Bonnie and Clyde, Chinatown, and Network. But behind the dazzling spotlight was a reputation for being difficult, even impossible to work with. At the height of her career, Faye Dunaway's on-set meltdown became so legendary that it didn't just rattle her co-stars, it shut down production entirely. What really happened, and how did this outburst shape the rest of her career? Faye Dunaway was never a background figure in Hollywood. From the moment she burst onto the scene in the late 1960s, she carried herself with intensity, charisma, and raw ambition. Her portrayal of Bonnie Parker in Bonnie and Clyde instantly made her a star, while her chilling performance in Network earned her an Oscar. But with her success came whispers of a darker side. Directors and co-stars described her as demanding, perfectionist, and quick-tempered. To Faye, these were simply the qualities of a serious actress. To others, they were red flags. The incident that cemented her reputation happened on the set of Mommy Dearest in 1981, where Dunaway took on the role of Joan Crawford. The film was meant to be a hard-hitting biopic of the Hollywood legend, but tensions behind the scenes quickly spiraled out of control. Dunaway, determined to fully embody Crawford, reportedly clashed with everyone, from crew members to makeup artists to fellow actors. Her intensity wasn't just acting, it spilled into real life. According to accounts from those who worked on the film, one particular day on set became unforgettable for all the wrong reasons. Frustrated with the direction of a scene and convinced that no one understood her vision, Dunaway erupted into a fit of rage. She screamed, she cursed, and she demanded changes that halted the entire production. Cameras stopped rolling, crew members froze, and silence filled the room as Dunaway stormed off. For hours, filming was impossible. Production was officially shut down for the day, all because of one meltdown. While some defended her behavior as a passionate artist protecting her craft, others saw it as unprofessional and destructive. Hollywood executives took note, and her reputation began to tarnish. What should have been a defining moment in her career instead became a cautionary tale about ego and excess. The meltdown on Mommy Dearest wasn't an isolated event either. Stories of Dunaway's on-set difficulties piled up over the years. She was known for walking out of interviews, feuding with directors, and clashing with co-stars. By the mid-1980s, casting her was considered a gamble. No matter how talented she was, producers worried about what might happen once the cameras started rolling. And yet, for all the chaos, there was no denying her brilliance on screen. Even her harshest critics admitted that Dunaway could deliver powerhouse performances unlike anyone else. Mommy Dearest itself became infamous, not for its box office success, but for its campy, over-the-top style, fueled in large part by Dunaway's unrestrained portrayal of Joan Crawford. Ironically, the same intensity that caused production shutdowns gave the film its cult status. But the damage to her career was real. In the decades that followed, Dunaway's opportunities dwindled. While she continued to act, she was no longer the go-to leading lady. Hollywood had moved on, weary of her reputation. Interviews with directors and actors often referenced the difficult label attached to her name, one that she never fully escaped. Looking back, Faye Dunaway's meltdown wasn't just about one bad day on set, it was a turning point. It symbolized the clash between artistic passion and industry patience. To some, it made her a misunderstood genius. To others, it made her a liability. Either way, it ensured that her name would forever be linked not just to her iconic roles, but also to the legendary outbursts that defined her career. In the end, Dunaway remains a complicated figure in Hollywood history, a woman of immense talent whose pursuit of perfection often crossed into chaos. Her on-set meltdown shut down production, but it also cemented her as one of Hollywood's most unforgettable personalities. Love her or hate her, one thing is certain: Faye Dunaway never did anything halfway.